Welcome. My name is Sheffy Robinson. I am the CEO and CTO of Shamrck. We are a workforce development platform that helps high school students kind of build a portfolio of activities so you can apply for internships, apprenticeships, college, and things of that nature. So today's session, we're talking about navigating summer internships for high school students. I get this question quite a bit from all the students on the platform. And there's always this influx of students looking for internships when the summer starts. So I want to help students kind of navigate that because it's different than like looking for a typical job, especially when you're a high school student. So I want to make sure students are equipped. So essentially, there is a distinct timeline for internships to happen. Like here we are in the month of May. Most internships that are being given to high school students have already been awarded. And I know for other students who are like, oh, well, I wasn't, aware of how that works. It's like navigating what that looks like now. So your application window insights for most summer internship applications are between January and March. Depending on the type of internship it is, where it's located, things of that nature. Sometimes it starts in August. Right now on platform, we have a bunch of internships that we added to the system knowing that they start in August, just so we can get students prepared ahead of time. So keep that in mind. Early preparation is going to be key because there's not a ton of internships for high school students out there, but we try to make sure we're conscious of what's happening so we can inform students. There are grade level considerations. A lot of students, may wait till junior, senior year to do these, but you have some platforms out there, depending on the type of internship, especially if they're technical, they start the internship process as early as eighth grade. And what that does is eighth, ninth grade, they have like camps that you can go through. So then by the time you get to the 10th grade, you can actually go into the internship. So they're creating their own pipeline where you have to start at these camps and then go into the internship. That's not typical, but that does happen quite a bit in the high tech space. 10th grade is usually a good place to start. Typically, the age is about 15. Depending on the type of career, it could be 16. So anywhere from 10th to 11th grade, you want to start. And the reason you want to start early is because a lot of times, if you do a great job at these internships, you'll be invited back for consecutive years. I know for us, we had our first internship as a company, not just our clients, but as a company last summer. And all three young ladies who work with us will be returning this summer for an internship, and we're doing a lot more. So businesses like to see that. They want to see you come back. So starting early to gain that attention is very pivotal. Question, let's see. Hi, Richa. Yes, ninth grade, you're looking for cybersecurity and STEM related internships. This session isn't specifically to those types of internships so much as we're talking about internships in general. Now, on platform, we do a lot in cybersecurity and STEM. I am located here in the state of Georgia in the city of Augusta, which is the cybersecurity kind of stronghold for the U.S. military, for the U.S. Army, actually. So we have quite a few cybersecurity internships come across our desk. And if you're located in Georgia, I can additionally assist. If you're not in Georgia, I can still help, but it'll take a little bit more time. But yes, we do have information related to those specifically. Once I get to the end of the presentation, we can talk more about that. Number three, the importance of strategic planning is we, as a platform, we designed our platform specifically so that we can help students track and manage application deadlines, as well as just kind of prepping for these particular instances. For instance, just like Rich's question in cybersecurity and STEM, a lot of students are interested in this, but do you really understand cybersecurity and STEM? For those students who may not have a kind of entrance into that, we do have projects available as well as courses and other other materials that can help kind of bolster the activity so that when you apply for the internship, you have a better chance of getting it because you have some experience. Companies are much more willing to work with a student that can show some proficiency, even if it hasn't been in a professional job. They just want to know you know something versus coming in completely green where they have to teach you everything. Reason being, sometimes what's taught in high school isn't what's actually happening in the real world because the real world moves a little bit faster, quite a bit faster, actually. So the projects on the platform kind of help keep students up to date with that so that, again, when you get to these internships, you show your resume. Okay, I've done this project, this project, this project. Here's my profile on Shamrck. Here's you can see what I've done. Now you leg up ahead of other students who may not have that. So next we'll talk about understanding the opportunities for internships. Now, hold on, there's someone in the waiting room. So for internships, there are three types that are typical, especially for high school students. You have your unpaid internships, and I like having this conversation because I want to protect students just as much as I want to work with particular clients. And because there's some legal things around unpaid and paid internships. So in an unpaid internship, the focus is on learning and skill development. So you're providing initial work experience that is far more valuable, especially if you're a high school student. Reason being, for an unpaid internship, this is by law, a employer cannot use the internship to replace the work that an actual employee could do. If it's unpaid, it has to be a learning experience. As a platform of Shamrck, we are pretty much a gigantic unpaid internship in which the projects you complete on platform, they're not relegated to any specific company, any specific project. It's literally, let's help you learn and develop your skills so that you can put this on your resume as work experience. Paid internships, again, typically way more competitive, and often require prior experience, but they can lead to career opportunities. This is very helpful for high school students that are typically junior, seniors, and especially college students. Paid internships are harder to come by for high school students. And a lot of times it's because there's so many high school students looking and they want to get paid, which of course we want to get paid for our time and effort, but you have to understand the differences between unpaid and paid. With paid, you're actually expected to do the job. Yes, there's some learning and mentoring along the way, but if you go into, say, a paid internship as a social media marketer, you're expected to produce social media. Marketing tactics and techniques, things of that nature. If you're coming in unpaid, it's more about let's teach you how to be a social media marketer. Micro internships is kind of a combination of both, where it could be paid or unpaid, but it's project based. So, for instance, a company may say, we need a new website built. That would need to be paid, of course, because you're now functioning as almost a freelancer, where you're providing this service. Or it could be, um, tell us what's wrong with our website and let's go through how you would fix that. That's more of a learning experience. That's not necessarily actionable where the business is going to use the techniques so much as they're giving you an opportunity of kind of workshopping what this would look like in a real world instance. So all three types of internships are very valuable at the high school age stage. Unpaid is going to be much more available. Paid is going to be very competitive, and micro internships are actually becoming a newer facet of the internship process. So that can also be very helpful. But again, those are paid or unpaid, depending on the material. But what you want to understand as a student, and I may have some parents on the call as well, make sure if a company is expecting you to produce work product, meaning you have tasks that you need to do that they're actually going to use in the business, that has to be a paid internship by law. It can't they can't say we're unpaid and then they take this platform you built and they're now using it in their business. It's illegal. So keep that in mind. And if you guys ever have any questions or you're running into things like that, feel free to reach out to us here at Shamrck. We're more than willing to help. So a great way to kind of go past internships, because maybe you start your first internship in your sophomore year, you do one your junior year, and you're like, okay, I'm ready for the next step. What's next? Apprenticeships. Apprenticeships are paid opportunities that get you on the job training as well as some additional training. What apprenticeships are always 100% paid. Now, if it's a pre-apprenticeship, then no, that's more just training. But if it's an apprenticeship, a company is training you to do the job because once your apprenticeship is up, they expect you to work for them. So, for instance, if you are looking at a cybersecurity role and you do an apprenticeship at a cybersecurity firm, after your apprenticeship is up, which is anywhere from 1 to 2 years, you will become typically a full employee of that organization, and you will have worked with mentors and people who have been in the industry for a while, and they're going to help propel you in your career as well. So, the internship piece is kind of getting you to the door. The apprenticeship piece gets you into the lobby, and then from there, it's up to you, how you function with that particular company. This is a direct pathway to certifications, industry recognized credentials, and just employment prospects as a whole. Students that complete apprenticeships are typically more likely to make more money earlier in your career, and you have, again, many more employment prospects. Shamrck as a platform, we also facilitate apprenticeships. We try to get you a lot of these things while you're still in high school. Traditionally, been done for adults in high school and college age. But the reason I feel like it's important for high school is because you want high school to matter. It's not just, okay, I just want to complete all these classes to graduate. It's, I'm on my way to the next stage of my life, which is adulthood, my career, and these things called bills. And I want to make sure I set myself up for success. So as a platform, that's why we strategically work with high school students in this realm, because we want to make sure we're setting you up for success. And if there's anybody that have questions, please feel free to pop your questions in the chat. We will have a Q&A at the end, but I want to knock out your questions now if you do have them. So about Shamrck, I know I've talked about our organization and the platform a little bit, but I want to dive a little bit deeper. Our platform is essentially a workforce development platforms built specifically for high school students. We're helping you find targeted internships. We're helping you with career counseling, project-based learning, micro credentials. There's a module for mock interviews so you can practice your interview skills. All of these things to help you get the internship and then guide you into apprenticeships. That's our number one goal. We want to see students get hired into the jobs of your dreams, not just it's summertime, let me go work at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, which are great jobs. But again, those are jobs. We're trying to get you to careers. So the platform is free to register. There's some other things, some other tiered things there to assist, but you can hop on, go through projects, and start digging deep into the things that are interesting to you. And we also have a AI agent that's a career counselor. You can do either phone call or chat with our virtual career counselor. Our whole entire back end is built on artificial intelligence, as well as we have human assisted AI. So we do have a project management team that can step in and assist too. So if you're working through a project on the platform and you have some questions, you're running into some issues, an actual person will reach out and assist. Because again, the goal is to get you prepared and ready for internships and apprenticeships. How that platform typically works is step one, we're allowing you to engage with real world projects to enhance your learning experiences. Right now, we work with 15 specific career opportunities, being business intelligence analyst. We have agriculture technician, which is more on agri-tech, so the technology of agriculture. There's software development, application development, project management, IT project management. There's a wellness coach for our students who are interested in fitness. public relations, graphic design. Um, I know I'm missing a couple, but shamrock.com/career dash tracks is all the tracks that we have for now, and we're steadily adding tracks. Our next two tracks we're adding literally next week will be commercial drone operation and cybersecurity. Those are two that have been requested quite a bit, and we have the ability to provide that. Step two, in this process, you develop practical skills through hands-on problem-solving activities. So in the projects that you're working with under these career tracks, it's not just, a simulation where it's really defined in these parameters. So much as it could be a project where it says you're designing a IT project for a small company. We expect you to think of a small company, a real company that exists, and maybe they have some challenges that you're aware of, and produce the project from there. So everything is about being hands-on and problem solving and solving real problems that existing. It could be in your school, your school store isn't running efficiently. There's projects for that. There's projects for doing social media for a small business. Maybe it's a restaurant that you really like, or a little league baseball in your area, and you want to boost their social media. So it's always hands-on, always very much problem solving, and again, real world projects. With these projects, you build a professional portfolio that showcases your accomplishments. On our website, the portfolio shows the projects you've worked on. They show the different tasks you've worked on within that project, as well as mock interviews and any of the other instances that kind of demonstrate your expertise. Why is this important? The businesses that hire from our platform, the internships that hire from our platform, are looking at student profiles. So they're literally going through and seeing which students would fit best for what they're looking for. We're not trying to pair students in any old internship, any old apprenticeship where you're a file clerk or you're doing manual labor. We want to make sure you're paired with your career. So our perfect match system does that by matching your professional portfolio and your accomplishments with what the business is looking for. So consider it like your online resume, similar to LinkedIn, but very curated. So LinkedIn is kind of everybody is out there competing against, competing for different internships and apprenticeships, versus we tailor our experience on platform to very specific companies that are looking for very specific roles. That's why we don't do all jobs. We only do a few. I think 20 is our max. And we're at 15 now and adding to 20. Once we get to 20, we're only going to work with that 20, just because, again, that's what our clients are looking for. Step four is you receive guidance and support for future career opportunities. This is through our virtual career counselor as well as our project managers. If you go into the apprenticeship track, which is one of our premium products, you will have a career coach that will work with you one-on-one on a regular basis to help, not only find you apprenticeships, internships, but make sure your competency is up to par. Help you apply for college. Go over your essays for college applications, all of those things. So in the apprenticeship track is very much hands-on, very much some assisted. So the goal, again, always to get you to where you need to be as far as internships and apprenticeships to build a career of your dreams. So if you are not already a member of the platform, again, it is free to register. You can go to shamrock.com to register, and you complete the interest assessment. The interest assessment really curates the platform to your specific needs. It's a great experience on platform, and we're steadily adding new content. We're adding in a credentialing system here soon. We're also in the process of having our courses accredited so that they can be applied toward college credits. So if you take a micro course on one of our systems, you can potentially get college credit for that going forward. So with all of that in mind, any questions?